This is the brachiocephalic artery, right here.
The one coming straight up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Brachiocephalic artery branches into three. The left carotid, the right carotid, and the right subclavian. The left subclavian comes off.
Wait, you said this is the right, but this is its left hand.
No, this is the left carotid.
Okay.
Right carotid.
Okay, sorry.
Right subclavian. The left subclavian branches off from the aortic arch, right next to the brachiocephalic. So this is the left subclavian artery. Shh, I can hear you. Cool.
Yeah.
You got that? All right, the
I
trachea.
don't see any blue on theirs.
They took it out
Oh my gosh.
so that we could see the arteries. I told them to because they were all busted up
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
So now we can see the arteries really good because they're in.
No wonder I can find any of them.
They block the arteries.
They're so confused.
Okay.
Okay, there's the trachea. There's the esophagus, thyroid.
Oh, that's what it is?
Sure.
Ew.
Sure.
Epiglottis is up in here somewhere. Epiglottis. There's the transverse jugular. Jugular veins would be right here, like this.
But they're not.
But they're not. They're busted up and cut out. Pericardium.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, kicks ass. Lungs. You can almost see one of the bronchi here, that hole right there, that opening. See how it's a tube?
Yeah.
That's a bronchus. Right there.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. That's a sponge.
That one's extra credit.
Yeah.
There's something.
So wait, are the cat's eyes rolled in the back of its head right now?
I think they're out.
I don't know. There's the hepatic portal vein right there. Goes from the small intestine to the liver. See, those are the two things moving.
Okay.
Small intestine, liver, hepatic portal vein.
Got it.
Comes in right by the gallbladder. Cool.
Yep.
That's the inferior vena cava, all the way down to here. That's the abdominal aorta, all the way down to here. That would be an iliac artery, the right iliac artery. That would be the right iliac vein, right there. There's a branch that comes off right about here that goes into the groin. So we're not worried about the branch, but after the branch, this becomes the
Femoral.
femoral artery and femoral vein. Same thing on the other side. Femoral artery and vein, iliac artery and vein. You can see the branches that come off here. So iliacs, and then again aorta and inferior vena cava. This is the inferior mesenteric artery coming from the aorta going to the large intestine. And then up here we have the superior mesenteric coming from the aorta going to the large intestine. So superior mesenteric, inferior mesenteric. This is the, what, tell me?
Renal artery?
Renal artery and the renal vein. Here we have the celiac trunk coming off the aorta. Celiac trunk branches into the hepatic, which supplies the liver, gastric, which supplies the stomach, and splenic, which supplies the spleen. Shown very clearly here. Abdominal aorta continues up, and what else is there? That's what I was just looking for. There's the phrenic nerve, that little white line in this mesentery that's attaching to the diaphragm here. That's the phrenic nerve.
Doesn't it usually run up alongside
Like
the carotid or?
Along the trachea, yeah, along the carotid. Goes right in the mesenteries around the heart, and then through this mesentery and connects to the diaphragm. That's pretty much
That
it.
it?
Yeah, it's easy.
Can you do the heart and brain
I
too?
can. I don't have one. Superior vena cava. Only one. And the veins, there are two brachiocephalics. There's a right brachiocephalic, which goes from here to here, and a left brachiocephalic, which goes from here to here. Brachiocephalic branches into the subclavian vein and the jugular vein. Same thing over here. This right brachiocephalic branches into the right subclavian vein and the right jugular vein. There's your transverse jugular up there. There's your carotids. Here's your brachiocephalic artery. Only one artery. Branches into the right subclavian artery, the right carotid artery, the left carotid artery. And the left subclavian artery, which is covered up with brown crap here, comes off of the aortic arch. It's right there.
That's the left subclavian artery.
That's correct.
Okay.
Pericardium.
Okay.
Gross.
Inferior vena cava, aorta, inferior mesenteric, superior mesenteric. Awesome.
Hang on.
All right. So cerebrum, cerebellum, spinal cord, medulla, pons, optic nerve, olfactory nerve. This is where the hypothalamus attaches to the pituitary, but the pituitary is missing. That's why there's a little hole there. Cortex, or cerebrum, cerebellum, spinal cord, medulla, pons, thalamus, optic nerve, hypothalamus, corpus callosum, lateral ventricle, third ventricle in here.
That hole?
Sort of. Yeah, that's where it is. Fourth ventricle. Superior colliculus. Inferior colliculus. See a little ridge separating it. Pineal gland would be here if there were one here, but it's missing. Pineal's missing from there. Pituitary's missing from here.
Is it on this one?
Yep, pineal right there
Let's see.
in the butt crack.
Show me.
Zoom in on the
That
butt.
Yeah. That's the pineal gland?
The dingleberry is, yeah.
Jeez.
On top of the butt cheeks and the
Oh my gosh.
Gross.
I feel like a pornographer.
You know this is going on
Shake it,
YouTube,
shake
right?
it.
Okay.
Now the heart.
We're not gonna.
All right,
Scale
go.
action.
Action.
Left ventricle.
Your finger's covering it.
Left ventricle.
Okay.
Left atrium. Left AV valve. Chordae tendineae. Left atrium. Left ventricle. Left AV valve. Right ventricle. Right atrium. Right AV valve. Sort of.
Wait, isn't this backwards?
Yeah, yeah.
Right atrium. Right atrium, both of these. It's cut in half. Put it together, they come together. Bam. Here's the right ventricles. They come together. Bam. This would be the aorta here, so that would make this the semilunar
Let me
aortic.
zoom in on that
Aortic.
semilunar. I can't. It's hard to
Here's
see.
a better one.
That's the semilunar.
Aortic.
Aortic. Semilunar.
This is the aorta right here, cut in half. Let's look at some external things. Always want to find the pulmonary trunk. It helps you orient it. Pulmonary trunk, see the angle it comes off? So this is left, this is right. Right auricle. It's right next to the pulmonary trunk on the right side. Did I say right auricle? Right auricle? Left auricle. This is the aorta. That's part of the aorta, see? They're the same thing.
Uh-huh.
That's the brachiocephalic branching off the aorta. The
Yeah.
aorta comes out and continues like this. Left side, right side, apex, helps you orient it. When it's open, it's really easy because you get the apex plus the thickness of the wall. So you know that's left. That's half the battle. Once you know that's left and that's right, it's just a matter of ventricle, atrium, AV valve. Semilunar doesn't have any coordinate tendinate attached to it, so it's a semilunar. The only thing we can't see on here is the pulmonary semilunar, which you really can't see very well in any of the sheep hearts, but it shows it good on the model. Papillary muscles are these where the chordae tendineae attach right here. Pretty much it.
Okay.
Bam. Cut.
Bam, ba bam, ba bam. Thank you.
Cut.
Print.
We need bicuspid and tricuspid. Or
Say
just-
left and right AVs.
Sarah, pick up.
I can't do it on cue.
Yeah, you can.
Wait.